I do what I want to do. I don't have a job. I get to hunt, fish anytime I want, snowboard, live a good lifestyle.
Now on Xtreme Paintball. Beyond the paint.
Let's go!
But I think it's something easy that the kids can pick up, man, and keep growing. That's how we do it, boys.
More people are taking the plunge into the sport of paintball than any other extreme sport in the nation.
Paintball's a cool sport, and it attracts cool people, and the hot chicks love paintball.
No other sport delivers the same intensity as launching over 15 projectiles per second on the opposition at a speed of over 200 miles per hour. Every competitor playing offense and defense at the same time. Here at the NPPL tournament level, paintball has evolved into a complex team sport.
Have a lot of discipline, and you also have a lot of teamwork.
Everybody has to do their job to make the team be able to beat the other team.
With an explosive blend of action and athleticism, driven by pure adrenaline.
It's just a complete adrenaline rush all the way around.
I think it's really intense, and that's just an adrenaline rush in itself.
Just the adrenaline rush, man, of getting shot. You don't really feel it when you're playing, but it's just a rush, man.
I'm too pretty to be up there in the front getting shot, you know? Hide in the back, play it cool, play it calm.
This season, we've shown just a handful of the leading personalities that fuel the attitude of the sport.
Paintball's my life right now, so let the adventure continue. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to hurt you either way. That's the kind of person I'm going to be because that's what they want me to be.
What makes it an extreme sport is just like the action that's going on, what's happening on the field. It's constant action.
When you know someone's going to hurt you, the adrenaline flies.
The speed and quickness required to play paintball make it a competition for the young. And with thousands of new participants playing each year, the future of the sport looks bright.
But it is the sport of the youth, and it's because it's such a new sport. It hasn't been around for 50 years. It's been around since the late 80s. So we're still developing what it's going to look like. We don't know. I think that's why the next generation is going to define what this paintball sport looks like.
Last time, we led off with two powerhouse teams from Southern California, LA Infamous and San Diego Dynasty. Dynasty lost one of their key players, Todd Martinez, on the breakout, but they remained aggressive and secured the key positions in the Snake early. This would keep Infamous from advancing down the Dorito side of the field. Infamous was forced to make some risky moves for position, but Dynasty's advantage was too much, leading them to victory in a close first game. LA Infamous then drew another tough matchup against Edmonton Impact. Impact lost two players on the breakout, giving Infamous the advantage on bodies early. Infamous went on to secure the key field positions, forcing Impact superstar Josh Davey to risk a chancy move late in the game that cost him. Infamous would go on to chalk up a much-needed win on an outstanding Impact team. Today, Pasadena Bad Company team captain J.C. Whittington takes us way beyond the frantic pace of pro paintball, back to his deep-seated family roots as a Maryland tobacco farmer.
You don't get much more beyond the paint than this, baby. Here on the Whittington farm, this is an old tobacco plantation. It's been in the family for years. I grew up as a tobacco farmer, cutting tobacco. It was a good experience for me, so I worked hard when I was younger. So I know hard work. So I've definitely taken a little break right now. Do a lot of deer hunting, a lot of bow hunting, shotgun hunting, a lot of goose hunting. And I just lay back, man, it's my lifestyle. When I come back home, I live in New Jersey right now with my girlfriend Jessica. We come back down to the farm maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks, chill out for a few days, see the family, and go back home. I know a lot of my friends envy me, man, for being here on the farm. Come back here, you don't hear anything but some birds chirping, hear some geese. That's about it, man. It's always been quiet. That's why I like coming back here and just relaxing, man. I'm definitely going to come back here and retire and build a house on the farm somewhere. Spend the rest of my days on the farm.
Coming up, JC explains his fundamental role on the field as his Pasadena Bad Company team takes on Montreal Image in the first NPPL matchup of the day when Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint continues on FSN.
Hi, I'm Alex Reggie of Team Dynasty. When running Dynasty paintball clinics, we see all types of paintball players. Whether you're just getting into paintball or ready to step up to the next level, the JT Ready to Play kit has everything you need. Get this $200 kit and a JT gear bag offer for only $99. To find a store near you, go to jtusa.com. Are you ready to play?
FSN's coverage of Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint is brought to you by Spider, passion for paintball. By the United States Marine Corps, the few, the proud, the Marines. And by Empire, it's what we do.
If I was a hot chick, you know, and I knew where I could go, where there were 2,000 or 3,000 young athletes hanging out with very little to do.
I can imagine.
I would make my way down here as fast as possible.
It seems to be like a lot of hot chicks hanging around paintball these days.
They're usually around hanging around me. You know, it's just one of those things, you know, God gifted me with paintball, and, you know, I guess I got animal magnetism or something. I don't know, maybe it's the ponytail.
Paintball is on a meteoric rise across the United States.
NPPL rules!
In just a short time, the sport has busted out of the shadows of the woods to become a thrilling sports spectacle played in front of thousands. 2 teams of 7 face off in a strategic battle aimed at eliminating as many of the opposing players as possible, and ultimately capturing their flag. The game is played by maneuvering through a series of NPPL bunkers you'll hear referred to as the cans used by the back players, the car washes, the various Doritos, and the snake found in the midfield. Now, for our first NPPL Pro matchup of the day, Pasadena Bad Company takes on Montreal Image. These 2 teams are led by 2 drastically different personalities. Image superstar Chris Lasoya is a seasoned veteran who plays very aggressive and shows no mercy on the field.
If I'm playing paintball, I'm out there to win. I'm not there to lose. I'm out there to hurt people, and I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Bad Company's JC Whittington is a laid-back farm boy from Maryland, but he leads by example with speed, athleticism, and teamwork.
I'd say I'm really versatile. I mean, I'm tall, which is not good for paintball. You want to be short, a little midget guy running around with a gun. I'm really fast, you know, because I did sports, so I was pretty athletic, and I'm just a really good shot. I've, you know, shot shotgun since I was a little kid. Years of practice, baby. I make my shot count, and I have a good brain on the field knowledge-wise. I pretty much know everything's going on. I relay all this. Communication is like one of the biggest things, man. You gotta know where everybody's at all times. To me, paintball is like for the better guys, you either got it or you don't got it. You can kind of tell right away when they start playing if they're gonna be good or they're not gonna be good.
He's one of those guys that can play everywhere, man. You know, he can play in the back, he can play in the middle, he can play in the front. You know, he can hit a snake hard if he needs to, he can hit a Dorito if he wants to. Very versatile guy. He's a good weapon to have on your side.
For the pro teams, it's really competitive. The bottom 3 teams get knocked out, which are relegated down to the semi-pro division. So it's definitely competitive to stay pro. You want to stay pro, you know what I mean? That's what we play the sport for, to be the best.
Now, let's go to Rich Telford as Pasadena Bad Company and Montreal Image get set for the breakout.
We should look for a pretty exciting breakout here. Both teams get guns up early, making big moves. You can hear company being yelled, which means one of the Image players has been eliminated. Both teams have their guns up, rolling them. Oh, and one of the another Image players eliminated now, this time out of the Snake. There's Rudy in the Snake for Bad Company, shooting across the field. There's Chris Lasoya shooting back down at Rudy, trying to communicate, see what's going on that left side. JC's really communicating well out of that back center, trying to tell everyone on his team what's going on and where it's going on, so they don't have to turn and look themselves. They can just sit there and do their jobs and listen to the information coming from JC. Oh, there goes JC into the center 50. That was a great move. He's so athletic. I mean, the kid's 6'2", 6'3", and still runs, jumps, and dives like a little kid. Chris makes a move in the car wash. Looks like Wayne and Chris are battling right now. Chris definitely knows he's there. You can hear him calling our snake, our snake. There goes JC across into the Dorito, and Wayne takes a walk. So Chris was able to eliminate Wayne out of there. He's shooting down the line. Usually when a snake player like that is shooting down the line, he's either trying to protect himself from his mirror, which is the player in the same position on the other side of the field, or he's looking to make that notch, make the next move. Chris Lasoya, you can see going back and forth in that car wash, really locking down both sides of the field. There goes Rody right back to where the previous Bad Company player was eliminated. You can see Chris going back and forth, switching from right hand to left hand. You can see JC creeping up right in front of him. Looks like JC's going to get ready to make a move. Oh, and he does make a move. It's a great move, and it was a great shot because you can see that Chris didn't see him coming, but just knew he was coming. Switched to watch over his guy. JC got the Dorito clean, but Chris picked him up before he could get anybody else and shot him off the field. Sounds like company thinks they just shot at the back right. It looks like they did. Snake player's now working on shooting Chris out. He should have just gone forward, though, into the Snake. Oh, and AJ makes a move inside, shoots Chris. I'm surprised Chris didn't get any paint on AJ. Oh, maybe he did. AJ shoots out that left corner. AJ looked like he had a little bit of paint there on his hopper. It's possible it was rubbed off a bunker. Rudy grabs the flag and jogs it back. He's asking, looked like he was asking Jason Andre there if he was clean, so maybe Jason could hang the flag just in case Rudy had paint on him.
When Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint continues, Bad Company's JC Whittington takes us into the backwoods of his family plantation, where he kicks it in the great outdoors. Next on FSN.
Nobody is going to save you now. Nobody is going to save you now. The Spider Classic Series. The Spider VS Series. The Spider MR Series. Celebrating 15 years of performance, reliability, and design. View these products and more by visiting us online at spider.tv.
In 2005, monster balls were created, dominating the competition. Through modern science and technology, monster balls have evolved. A more accurate shell designed for deadly accuracy terrorizes in all weather conditions. Thicker and brighter for maximum markability. Monster balls, the world's best-selling paintballs, just got better.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back to Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint on FSN. NPPL Pro Paintball is played with insane intensity. But for those who reach this level, it becomes a lifestyle consumed in a frenzied world of hard work and dedication. We followed Pasadena Bad Company's J.C. Whittington back home to his Maryland farm to check out his retreat from the fast lane in a family tradition.
My grandfather, he was a guide. He took a million different people out all the time. We still continually goose hunt and duck hunt all the time. Peacefulness of duck hunting. Yeah, I love this, man. This is my life. Paintball is my life too. I don't know, man. This is where I belong though. I'll be here forever. I love this place. We pretty much wasted a whole morning here. Didn't see anything, got some nice wildlife in, but that's about it. So now we're gonna pack it up and head back. Shoot low clay targets. All right. My dad got my first shotgun, took me out. I shot with him a little bit, and after that I just pretty much learned on my own. And then I had a real crazy thing happen to me, man. I was playing soccer, got rocked with the ball really hard, got a detached retina in my right eye. So it went down to 20/80 vision. So then I had to learn how to point shoot, pretty much shoot all over again. So it was pretty tough, man. But I kind of picked it back up again, so I'm good. You ready? Pull. Go ahead. All right, one hand there, one hand up here. It's a little long for you. I get it back. All right, I'm gonna take it off to safety, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this tight so it doesn't rise on you.
Okay.
And then keep
so
it still.
So what am I aiming for? Nothing?
I'm just shooting. Pull. That's how we do it, boys. Extreme paintball, beyond the paint. J.C. Whittington, what?
Now let's get back to the NPPL center stage, where JC and Pasadena Bad Company get set to take on Sweden's Stockholm Joy Division.
Both teams getting ready for the breakout. Both teams similar breakouts. Looks like Bad Company tries to take Snake out of the break and gets shot out. These are down one player. Oh, they lose the corner player as well. That's 2 games in a row that corner player's been shot out. Everyone's rolling their guns. You hear the call company. That means Bad Company shot one of the players in the opposing team. You see that player walking off now. As that player walks off, though, Joy makes a good move into that opposing Dorito. This gives Joy Division great field advantage now. I mean, they've got the positions. They can cross it up from that position, shoot across the field, and keep Bad Company from moving forward. Max makes a great move into the second knuckle of the Snake. Putting a lot of paint on that car wash. Yep, there goes the referee to pull that player out. Player's walking off. The armband signifies your elimination. You can hear the Joy players talking back and forth in Swedish. We don't understand the Swedish here in the United States, so it's easy for them to communicate, and we can't understand what they're saying. Bad Company's way down on bodies at this point. Joy Division's got more bodies and better field positions. You can hear Max talking to the player behind him, asking him to put the guy in so he can make the next move. Great teamwork. Looks like a Bad Company player there looking to hide a hit on his hopper, but the referees get him, pull him off the field. Joy Division makes the move into the Bad Company Dorito, giving them better field position. I think there's only 2 players left now for Bad Company, and the Joy Division players have to figure out how to eliminate those players without losing any bodies, because all the points count. That's why Max is over the top of the bunker. They're kind of looking to figure out where he can get to safely without being shot. Now he shoots at the Bad Company player, moves forward. At the same time, though, gets shot from across the field. It was a good shot shooting the Bad Company player out, but it was a bad shot advancing through that lane because obviously he was eliminated, losing 3 points for his team. There's about 4 or 5 Joy Division players now working against the last Bad Company player there in the corner, looking for a pod, trying to get some more paint, and night. Takes 2 in the hopper and gets to take the walk. That was a great game for Joy Division. They pretty much controlled the tempo of the game the whole game. They were attacking the whole game while Bad Company was kind of sitting back and trying to counterpunch.
Up next, J.C. Whittington breaks it to his parents that he's given up life as a star soccer player to become a paintball pro. When Extreme Paintball Beyond the Paint continues on FSN.
No, I do not. I don't believe that at all. Click. Now that makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Hang on one second, hang on. Click.
You got something you need to do? We got the energy to do it. Mad Croc, energy gum, chews, and drinks.
These are due by 3:30. Dork.
You got something you need to do? We got the energy to do it. Mad Croc, energy gum, chews, and drinks.
FSN's coverage of Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint is brought to you by JT Paintball, Paintball for Life. By Mad Croc, energy gum, fruit chews, and drinks. It's what you need. And by X-Ball Paintballs, found at fine retailers everywhere. Today we've seen JC Whittington lead his team to victory in Bad Company's first game against Montreal Image, only to be knocked out by Stockholm Joy Division in the next matchup. Now sitting at 1-1 for the day, Pasadena Bad Company is looking for a much-needed win as they get set to take on Las Vegas LTZ. We recently hung out with JC and his family on their Maryland farm to find out how they took it when he gave up traditional sports to become a paintball pro.
My mom and dad, I love them to death. We've always been close. Man, they've supported me in everything I did, baseball, soccer, everything. I mean, they were a little iffy on the paintball just because of the money. They didn't think there was any money into it, and I was wasting my life going into it, you know what I mean? Kind of proved them wrong a little bit, you know what I mean? But they still support me.
This is Jamie, JC, with lots of blonde hair, which he had in 12th grade, and then I love soccer. He was an excellent soccer player. Excellent. See that? And he made the only goal. And then he got into paintball, you know, and now I don't watch him like I used to when he was playing soccer, because he plays all over the world and all over the United States.
She still says there's no future in it and there's no money in it, so, you know what I mean? So, yeah, she definitely doesn't really like it.
No, I'd rather he be a banker or something. He's a good kid, though. He really is.
I love you too.
He really is.
Now, for our final game of the day, Pasadena Bad Company is set to battle it out with Las Vegas LTZ. These teams are looking at the same NPPL bunker scheme they've been practicing the past few weeks. Their strategy will be to battle their way into the red zone and take the advantage on field position, preserving as many bodies as they can along the way. Let's go to veteran team leader Rich Telford for the call.
Here we go with our next game, Bad Company versus LTZ. Wow, that's a big move from LTZ. Trying to take Snake 2 out of the break, and he did not make it. Yeah, he got shot going in there. That was a really aggressive move. You can hear Chris there yelling, Company 1, Company 1. That's his G call. That means they shot out one player. The LTZ players there looking to keep the Bad Company guys out of the Snake. You can hear the communications going on. Both teams shooting their guns. Looks like LTZ moved into Dorito 1 over there, but Bad Company's already in Dorito 3, so obviously they have a big advantage. Now you can hear him call 7 up, which means they've got 7 guys alive. So he's saying Company 2, 7 alive. That means there's 7 Bad Company guys alive. So obviously they have a huge advantage, and they're not doing anything. They're not running down the Snake. They're not in the center of the field. They're just shooting the guys out of the bunker. Ludi now moved into the Snake. So they've got the Dorito 3 and Snake 1, but they've got 7 guys alive, so they're shooting their guns. They're keeping LTZ from moving up the field, and LTZ's in a bad way right now. Nice move inside to Snake 2 by the Bad Company player. I believe that was Rudy. You can hear Chris calling out Snake 1, Dorito 2. Looks like maybe a G out of the back right. Company's got 7 players alive. This is a real tough situation for LTZ to be in because they've got no one in forward bunkers. They can't really move forward, so they're sitting in the back line as Bad Company methodically moves up the field and eliminates players. There's JC in the center of the field there, standing over the top of the roller. Wayne there in the center 50. With Wayne there in the center 50, the Bad Company players are going to be able to move up that Snake because the LTZ guys are not going to be able to even get their heads up. That Snake player for LTZ, yeah, there he goes. He's getting eliminated. I was going to say he's probably going to be the first guy eliminated because he's in the most forward position. It's about 7-on-1 now. 7-on-1. The only one left is in the corner there. Now he's eliminated. Game over, Bad Company. Another perfect game. That's incredible. They didn't lose any bodies. They finished with 7 alive, and you can see how excited Chris is. That was a perfect game, and that doesn't happen very often. Good job, Bad Company. Taking the walk back. Great game for Bad Company. Good communication. They shot the guns really well. They controlled the tempo from early on, getting a couple early Gs. Got the Snake first, got Dorito 3 first, and then never looked back. Took that center 50 wedge, eliminated the last few players. It was great.
Coming up on the next Xtreme Paintball Beyond the Paint, we'll hang out with Swedish superstar Alex Lundqvist as he swaps his down and dirty role as a paintball pro for the glamorous world of modeling. It's all right here on FSN.
Go, go, go!